My friends were telling me, my family was telling me, girls were telling me that my jawline was incredible. And that just blew my mind because for literally 3 or 4 years before, I'd be that guy with the triple chin. Neck fat can be really annoying. No matter what clothes you're wearing, no matter where you are, people can always see your neck. The double chin, the triple chin, the lack of a jawline. I have 3 methods that will actually help you lose your neck fat and reveal your jawline as I did years ago. The last method was the most effective and it might surprise you, so make sure you watch till the end of the video. And if you want one-on-one help from me where I create a personalized plan for you and then hold you accountable to it, sharing my own experiences and stories from when I went through the same journey, go hit the top link in the description and book a call with me. The first method that helped me lose my neck fat was drinking a lot of water and reducing my sodium. I went to a college that had the #1 dining for college campuses. Whether I was in class, walking through campus, or in these dining halls, I always had this gallon plastic water bottle on me. One day when I was getting food, I had my gallon in one hand and I was pointing at the food I wanted for the person to give it to me. And the guy asked me, he was like, "Why do you have that big of a water bottle?" I first told him that water bottle's name is Tyrone. You can call him Tyrone. And then I also told him that I carry this gallon water bottle because I fill it up every single morning. And then it's so heavy that when I'm walking in class, walking around campus, I feel the need to start drinking it. So by the time that it's noon, I'm already half a gallon in just so that I can walk around comfortably. That dude who asked me that actually became one of my closest friends in college. Shout out Kian. And as for Tyrone, my water bottle, I actually went through 5 of these gallon water bottles and I dropped the first 2 and I started naming them after I got the 3rd one. I had Tyrone, Darnell, and LaQuisha and I dropped all of them. I broke 5 of these gallon water bottles. The lesson to learn here is that you shouldn't buy gallon plastic water bottles or even those $1 ones you can get at gas stations. Buy a metal one and try to find one that's around 2 liters. If you drink a lot of water, at least a gallon a day, your body won't feel the need to retain as much. And that's actually one of the causes of neck fat, is that your body is just bloated and it's holding a ton of water here. And it's the same thing if you eat too much sodium. If you can reduce your sodium intake, then your body will retain less water. It can be pretty hard to track your sodium, like doing teaspoons of salt and really getting down to that number. So I would just say if you're eating ramen every day or pretty often, cut that out. If you're eating more of these brothy soups or very salty type snacks, try to just cut them down, and you don't have to quit them completely, but just add more of a balance so that throughout your day, you're just cooking your foods with less salt. And you'll notice immediately that you feel less bloat and then you'll see your jawline more. The second method to lose neck fat and to reveal your jawline is to cut down on carbs and alcohol. During my 3rd semester at college, so my current water bottle was named Darnell, I decided to go on the keto diet, which means I had less than 20 grams of carbs every day, and I also quit alcohol. I noticed immediately that my entire body just looked more toned and defined, and especially my jawline. The next semester though, I moved to Barcelona, a city in Spain known for its nightlife and amazing food. And so I enjoyed it. I started drinking with the group of friends I made there, and I was going out to bars and nightclubs. I started eating an insane amount of kebabs. Like, I was known in this group as the kebab guy, the guy who was just addicted to kebabs. I think I had a kebab every single day that I was there for 4 months straight. And I noticed immediately that when I reintroduced alcohol, those next couple days after I drank, I would feel so much more bloated and feel so much more gross. And it was the same thing with carbs, except I didn't feel as gross, but I did notice that those benefits I got the previous semester started to fade. For one, my neck started to get bigger, but also throughout my entire body, my muscles were harder to see. Thankfully, over those 4 months, I was walking an insane amount as a tourist, as I was visiting other countries, and so the effects were countered a bit, but nothing countered the effects of the alcohol, how it would make me feel so gross and bloated. The reason that this happened was because when you compare carbs to protein or fat, carbs hold a lot more water, and so when you cut down on carbs, you'll notice that your body just stores less water. Alcohol dehydrates you, so you can imagine that when your body is noticing, it's like, oh shit, I have a lot less water, I need to hold on to it more, and so drinking more alcohol will trigger your body to hold on to water and make you bloated. You don't have to go full out keto where you eat 0 carbs in your diet, and you also don't have to quit alcohol forever to solve this issue. But if you were to just reduce the amount of carbs you're eating by half, so when you usually eat rice, pasta, and bread, you just take half the portion that you're used to, or another method could be to just keep your carbs to before and after your workout, then you'll notice immediately that you'll feel a lot less bloated, and throughout your entire body, your muscles will show more. And in terms of alcohol, this is going to be very subjective. It's going to be very different for each person. For me personally, I don't drink 95% of the year. It's only on vacations I'll have a few drinks here and there, like when I genuinely go to other countries. For you though, if you're drinking every single weekend, that is for sure going to cause you to feel more bloat, to have your neck fat blow up a little bit. So if you can cut back on that, maybe just cut it in half for now, every 2 weeks, and gradually get that to every month, you will see a profound difference in the amount of neck fat that you have. And the final method, which has been the most effective for losing all my neck fat and revealing my jawline for the first time in my life, was to lower my body fat. Now, before you click off because you've heard this tip before for losing neck fat, I have a few tips and diets that I want to go over that can help you do this really, really fast. In 2020, I lost 65 pounds. I went from 265 to 200 in 4 months. This was the most noticeable difference in my neck fat that I've ever seen. My friends were telling me, my family was telling me, girls were telling me that my jawline was incredible. And that just blew my mind because for literally 3 or 4 years before, I'd be that guy with the triple chin. The first two methods I went over will help a lot, but if you get this down, you will see a dramatic change in how your jawline looks. The first principle or cardinal rule of losing weight is to eat less calories than you burn. And there's one diet that made this really easy for me: intermittent fasting. This is a diet, or more like a lifestyle, where you reduce your feeding window or your eating window to a lot smaller than you're used to. During intermittent fasting, you might want to cut out breakfast and just eat at 12 and eat at dinner. So eat at like 7 p.m. So that's a 7-hour feeding window, and then you're fasting for the rest of the day. When I lost 65 pounds in 4 months, I started with this. I used to eat at 8 a.m. I pushed it to 10 a.m. and then I pushed it to 12 p.m. And then eventually, over the course of a few months, I pushed this to 6 p.m. When I was just eating this massive meal at 6 p.m. and then something light after, this is where I saw a dramatic reduction in my neck fat. There's tons of other diets that you can research and try, such as the keto diet, where you cut out carbs completely, which will also help with that bloating issue we were talking about before, and it will make it really easy to get under that calorie limit without all of these carbs. But no matter what diet you choose, whether it's intermittent fasting, keto, paleo, all of these diets you'll find online, the most important rule is to eat less calories than you burn. And with that equation, you could also go the other route where you burn more calories. You don't worry as much about your diet. You could go on a treadmill and run. You could play sports. For me, I really like playing sports and going on walks, but you'll also see me on the Stairmaster and going on the treadmill sometimes. The most important part of cardio is just finding one that you enjoy and you can start building on long term. You don't want to just be constantly switching machines because it's going to be hard to track how much you're progressing at it. But I still find that changing your diet will have a bigger impact on how much weight you're going to lose, because if you did a 30-minute intense cardio session in the gym, you would burn like 500 calories, right? But if you were to cut out your dessert that you're used to having every day, and that's just, it's going to take you like 10 minutes to eat that dessert. If you just cut that out, you'll also have another 500 calories that's being burned off your body every single day. A mix of both cardio and diet changes will be best for your health. But I would say start with the diet. Push your first meal till later in the day, aim for noon, and then slowly add in cardio through walking. Walking is an underrated tool for losing fat because you actually burn a good amount of calories when you're going on a 30-minute walk, especially if there's any inclines, if you have any hills in your neighborhood, or if you were in a gym and you went on the treadmill. If you can put up that incline and you just start walking at a lower speed, you'd be surprised at how many calories you're burning. Always remember the cardinal rule of eating less calories than you burn. Whether you're doing a lot of cardio, whether you're doing a lot of fasting, a lot of keto, just stick to that rule and you will see your neck fat disappear. And if you want my one-on-one help with this, where I can create a more personalized plan for you and then hold you accountable to it through video calls, through 24/7 texting, hit the top link in the description to book a call with me. And thanks so much for watching the video. If you got any value from this, hit the like, comment, and subscribe button and watch this next video.